Look what we have here. These are called kiwi berries. They taste just like kiwi, but they don't have the furry outside, and they're smaller, of course. You can eat them with the skin on there. And here I very surgically removed the seeds of those kiwi berries. I'm gonna plant these, see what comes up. I got some starter pots here. I put some kiwi berries seeds, about 4 or 5 of them, in the middle of those. Plan is to later transplant those into one of these troughs and then move stuff around and put them up there, because I can use the bars for a trellis. So that's the plan with the kiwi berries. I just made a small donation to the Living the Dream Fund. It's to reward athletes who have received gold, silver, or bronze medals in the Olympics for freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. I'm a big supporter of collegiate and scholastic wrestling. Not so much into freestyle, but learning more here and there, freestyle and Greco. We just got through a scare, I don't know if you know, but wrestling was almost dropped from the Olympics. In fact, it was dropped and then reinstated as a sport. I think it's important to reward our athletes. They're putting their own bill in most cases to get to the higher levels. Wrestling did a lot for me. I mean, I wouldn't have gone to college if it weren't for wrestling, I think. I mean, there's many different styles of wrestling, but usually it involves taking an opponent down to the ground in a controlling fashion by use of a series of moves. In most styles, trying to expose your opponent's back to the mat. You're going full out for the time while the opponent is trying to do the same to you. It's a tough sport. Wrestling, you go until somebody is pinned, either you or your opponent, or somebody's hurt and they can't continue, which does sometimes happen. But there's never a question of quitting. I mean, you go the allotted time. You just don't quit. And I think that's a great lesson to learn, that you go till the whistle blows, until somebody else says it's over. That kind of thing applies to life. You have a goal and you just keep going, win or lose. You learn from your losses. Dedication, hard work. What wrestling had done for me, I did the sport for over a decade. I was able to stay in shape, learn a lot about health and fitness and diet. Met a lot of great people, was instructed by some great coaches, and had the opportunity to wrestle some quality athletes, one being Cary Kolat, who I had the pleasure of being destroyed by. He later became an Olympian, 9th in the Olympics. I'm glad I did it. In college I got hurt and had to stop in my junior year, and then I made Dean's List, so that was a good thing. I actually got outside a lot because where I went to college, the assistant coach was also head of the outfitter, so we did things like cross-country skiing and rock climbing all the time, and ropes courses. I wasn't intending this, but I guess I'm making a video about wrestling now. It's not about running as usual or gardening, but it's kind of why I run now. Obviously, at my age, I can't compete on the mat anymore, but I still have that kind of sense of there's work that still needs to be done, in that I'm basically competing against myself now and trying for new PRs all the time at different distances. I just read that it would take like 3 to 8 years for my kiwi berries to actually produce. So I got to grow some hardy vines first. And I don't know, I'm just going to play it by ear. I'll see. If I have the space, maybe I'll do it. And yeah, so you might have to wait a while to see those berries on my videos.